Otaku Octagon, welcome back to another beautiful episode today. It's about 99 degrees outside and it says it feels like 104, so it's 104 degrees outside and I'm sweating like crazy. But we're back with another episode. Kind of a slow week today. Obviously, we're in the middle or we're coming up on our mid-season review for this season of anime, and there's some good ones out there, but I'm still trying to do the whole thing that David taught me how to do, and that's, hold cool off for a bit and let them fester, let them cook, and
Let them
then
develop.
watch the first. Yeah, let them watch the first five because sometimes I've noticed that I kind of screw myself over when watching every single episode. I start to like put the animes together and like, wait, did this happen in this anime? Or did this happen in this anime? Um, but today we're gonna go over a few things. Obviously, we got our news segment first, like we always do. Again, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. And let's dive right into the news. So, according to the global anime market, it is valued at an estimate of $28.6 billion USD. So globally, well, that's USD, but like the anime market is in the tens of billions right now, which isn't a surprise,
Yeah,
honestly.
it really isn't.
Um, it's not really a surprise there, but I thought that was a very interesting factoid. To be honest, I would have assumed it was more for some reason. I
Movies,
mean,
TV shows, merchandise. I could see being
billion with a
more.
billion with a B, like I get that's a lot, right? Like I get it. A billion with a B, but like I don't know, maybe I was 28 seems kind of low for some reason. I don't know.
28 billion seems low. Okay, okay.
It seems low. Yeah, it seems low. I know we talked about it before, but it's officially been announced. But the Tokyo Ghoul movie has officially been announced. I did see an article, and I couldn't find it in my hometown that is in theaters in the U.S. right now. Yeah, it said on a couple news articles it says Tokyo Ghoul movie in theaters this week or today or something like that. And I was like, not in my state because I looked at all the movie theaters in like a 50-mile radius and I didn't have nothing. So I don't know. But it is like I said before in our last news segment that the Tokyo Ghoul movie is going to be a segment. I think it's called Biting Teeth or Teeth Biting, something like that. And it's a segmented of the first season, certain episodes from the first season mashed together to make a complete story. So it kind of probably kicks out some of those fillers, kicks out some of that stuff. So,
Yeah, so I found something on it. So apparently it released in the
mhm.
US for 1 day only on July
Oh,
21st. It was a
really?
compilation movie titled Sink Your Teeth, a Tokyo Ghoul
Sink your teeth.
celebration. So 1 day, that's pretty sucks.
Oh, well, I mean, you could probably sail the high seas and find the movie.
Of
So
course, of course.
I'm probably gonna try to find that and, see what it's all about because I love Tokyo Ghoul. I mean, like Tokyo Ghoul used to be my jam. But all right, so there are three mangas that have ended recently: Vinland Saga, Solo Leveling, and Kaiju number 8. So, Vinland Saga has officially ended after 20 years. Solo Leveling has ended, and great. So if you're a manga collector, you have a goal now. You have a you have a deadline. So I really need to get back into Vinland Saga because that farming sim from season two, like I get it, right? Like I
Yeah.
know what's going on. I have no more enemies. I get it, but like I do kind of want to just finish it and just kind of see. I watched like half of that season. Mhm.
From what I understand, what people have been saying, that's kind of how it ends out too. Like, I'm not spoiling the ending,
Mhm.
but he wants to get back to a peaceful world. Like, that's the
Yeah.
culmination of his story, peace. So
Yeah. Yeah.
don't be too
True.
surprised if it's more farming simulation out there.
Hey, whatever, man. I just want to finish it, but.
It's a good story. It's a really good
Um,
story.
I don't know what this means. I kind of know what this means, but it's relative. The solo leveling producer wants to reach Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Naruto levels. And he says if it doesn't do that by season 3, then they has to fix some things. I'm like, sir, these anime's been out for 30 years.
What do you
What do
mean
we
by
mean?
that?
What do you mean by that?
I
Like,
really can't even think what that means.
what's the level? What do you mean level? Like popularity? Because it is popular.
It's super
Like, I mean,
popular.
yeah, it's
Actually,
super
it's
popular.
not that popular in Japan though. Like, they
It
really
is
not
true.
fucking with it in Japan.
True, true. So like, but still, like, it is pretty popular. But like, how are you going to compete with 1,000 episode shows, 700 episode shows? Dragon Ball's at what, like 3,000 at this point because of all their different like Super GT,
Mm,
like
wishful thinking.
yeah.
It's good to
Hey,
have
you
dreams.
you go girl. That's all I got to say to that. You go girl. Elon Musk has launched a new AI girl that's modeled after Misa from Death Note.
I saw that. I saw she was cute. She was cute.
She looked like Misa. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a
Yeah, Misa's pretty
little
cute.
gothic
Yeah.
girl, little pigtails. I like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
We still haven't done our bag fumbler awards yet. We need to schedule that.
Oh,
Anime MC's biggest bag fumblers.
light fumble in the bag. Hell yeah. No.
Yeah, light fumbled super, super hard. This one's kind of comical and also ironic. The former Dragon Ball editor says that Attack on Titan made noise, but it lacks impact, and a toddler can create a character. This is coming from a guy who's talking about an anime that won the Global Impact Award. So, yeah,
Stop hating. How about stop hating? When you can
D1,
create something that's that
D1.
great. Oh yeah, no,
He's
he's
a,
he's definitely a D1 hater. Like
yeah,
I don't even understand what he was trying to get at that. Like, because Attack on
yeah,
Titan has obviously was voted most impactful series by Crunchyroll Awards, and we just did an episode was it last week or the week before
last week.
about how
Yeah.
good it is on another rewatch. Obviously, he didn't
Hmm.
watch it because he was just hating too much on it, and he saw how popular it was. He said, "Nah, nah, I got to rep for Dragon Ball." So I respect repping your clique, but we're not about to just
You
hate
can
on a great series like Attack on Titan.
no. Funny enough, because it was my wife's birthday yesterday. Her brother and his girlfriend were over last night, and I was asking them. So I like made a reference. Well, we were saying we were talking about something, and it brought up like the best meme for that moment would be the face that what's her name was making at Armin. So you remember Armin's on the ground and the Jaegerist, the girl, I forgot what her name is. The girl, she's like looking down at him like that scary face. Yeah, and like
Yeah,
and
I
then
know
she's
you
like,
mean.
please help Aaron, right? And I was like, have y'all seen Attack on Titan? And then because they kind of got into Demon Slayer a little bit,
Mm.
and then her brother was like, no, I watched like a few episodes of that. And it's just weird, like giant naked people. I'm like, bro, just watch the show. Just watch the
Just
show.
watch.
Just watch it. It won't hurt you. You got nothing else to do. Just watch the show. So hopefully it gets to that. But the last thing I got on the news is Disney's horror remakes are now finally hitting theaters. Something that I caught wind of a few months back.
Mm.
They are doing a round of Disney horror flicks. Essentially, like right now, there's a movie in theaters in my area called Bambi. What is it? Bambi's Reckoning. And so Bambi is like an evil deer, and it's coming back and like killing people because for killing her mom. They're gonna have a Winnie the Pooh one, like a 100 Acre Woods or
Mm.
1,000 Acre Woods, whatever one, with like all the characters from Winnie the Pooh are like evil, killing people, slasher. They're gonna be slasher essentially.
Are these
Yeah. So
Disney?
no, not
Oh,
at
they're
all.
just
But they
Disney
have rights.
related. Okay.
They have rights to call them like Pooh's Revenge, Bambi's.
Oh,
Yeah.
you said Disney. I'm
Hmm.
like, when did Disney make that?
No, I'm just saying a Disney
No,
remake,
no, I
like a
feel you.
Disney side quest. They probably have money. I mean, they got paid. Disney,
Mm-hmm.
they got paid for the name. So speaking of Disney, which is hilarious, I'm wearing a Winnie the Pooh shirt. Um,
Got that thousand
but
acre,
yeah, yeah.
that thousand
Says
acre stare.
and then Pooh says, "Stay strapped or get clapped." Hoo, hoo. um, but all right, so I have a topic. So you'll be proud of me. You'll be proud of me.
Why is
I've been
that?
binging One Piece. I've been binging One Piece, whole cake, right? I
Indeed,
mean, you
proud.
know, right? I've been texting you. I even sent you a picture, which is hilarious, right on the mark where there's a Sanji meme. So, that's great. Um, I have a little bit of a hot take. It's kind of a joke, but kind of a hot take.
Okay, it's
Luffy,
brave of you.
L- Luffy is not a liberator. Luffy's Luffy's an enemy of the people.
He's not a liberator.
Now, now,
Okay.
hear me out when I say this, right?
Uh,
So yes, he's a pirate. I'm gonna wipe that argument off your chessboard. All right. Yes, I get it. He's a pirate. However, he comes to these islands and celebrates with people and liberates people. And that's the whole like heart of liberation, beat louder, my heart. That's the whole idea,
Mm.
right? Since I've been on Whole Cake, and since I've been to Dressrosa, since I've been to some of these other islands, there's infrastructure in place. There's societal norms, right?
Mm.
People have lives there. Yes, if they're over or under a warlord, essentially, they're under a Yonko. I get that. Like Big Mom, for example, she takes people's souls. Like every what is it? Every year she does like a little
It's either once a
soul.
month or once a year, one of them.
It's like, yeah, once a year thing where like if you can either live or you get your soul taken and you have to go be an inanimate object essentially for like a month or 6 months or something, whatever it is. You have like a prison sentence essentially in order to stay there. But like when Luffy and the gang were traversing the towns, people were thriving, people were living. People, yeah, Big Mom went to that one village, got mad until Jinbei shoved some of those weird fruits in her mouth. I get it. Dressrosa, for example, motherfuckers was just living their lives.
Living
People
their
just had
lives.
lives. Like
Mm.
they are under warlords, don't get me wrong. But then Luffy comes in and fucks up the whole society, fucks up the infrastructure. Their stock market goes way down
Mm.
because without Big Mom there, that island can't produce these sweets anymore.
That's true.
That island
That's
can't.
true.
They don't have job. Like these people's whole lives have been dedicated to the sugar industry, right? These people were born and bred. These are fourth generation, like not even fourth, like fifth generation sugar farmers. And now you're just wiping their farms off the planet. They can't
Mm.
get their sugar anymore. Their houses aren't cake and cookies anymore because this is all Big Mom's doing.
Yeah.
She created this society. And then Luffy's gonna defeat Big Mom. I know he's not gonna defeat her like right now, but eventually he's going to. And their infrastructure's gone. He defeated Doflamingo. Doflamingo was the one that put his empire together.
Ah.
Fucked it all up.
Yeah.
Luffy fucked it all up.
Okay.
The whole island's destroyed at this point. And then he proceeds to party with you. I don't have a job. I don't have a job. What do you mean party? There's gate guards. There's people just doing their jobs,
Oh
and they get
no.
hit with a gum elephant gun. Like, I don't. You want me to sit here and give you all my food and alcohol? I don't have a job. How am I supposed to pay my bills?
Mm.
Like, where's the little guy? I know Luffy's a pirate. Wipe that off the chessboard.
Yeah, I'm
But
listening.
he's fucking up societies. he's he's messing up economies. This
Mm.
is an economic state, and he's just ruining the economy for like you want to talk about inflation. Imagine your sugar house melts, and now you don't have nothing, no kind of power to rebuild that damn sugar house. Like you're screwed. Now you don't have a house,
That's
sir.
that's
I don't
factual.
have a house anymore. First of all, you ate my house when
Mm.
you first showed up, and then I got these sugar magicians to make me a new one, and now Big Mom's gone. These sugar magicians don't exist no more. I'm
Hey
like
there.
King Sweet is dead. You killed him. Like I don't have a job, Luffy.
Look
You want me
here.
to dance and party with you? I don't have a job.
Look here. I'm with you. I'm
You,
with
I'm
you.
like,
I'm with you.
can I be on your crew?
See,
Like,
one, I disagree. Luffy's a liberator, but Luffy's not. He's not a politician. He's not there to do the follow up action. He's there to
oh no.
liberate you, and
He
then you
leaves these
need to figure it
islands.
the fuck out
He
after
leaves
that.
these islands in comic destruction, in economic destruction,
And
and dip.
infrastructure, like everything is destroyed by the time he leaves that island. And then I'm going to agree with you on the second part. These parties are fucked up. Like, I get it. I saved you. Like you were enslaved by this evil guy. But then he forces
Enslaved.
you enslaved. And then he forces you to have a 3 day, 4 day long party where you have to, you didn't have food before this day.
No,
But now all of a
no.
sudden we got to bring you all of our food, all of our
Yeah,
alcohol, all of our females. We got to bring everybody to you so you can
David.
live your life for three to
I
four
saw
days.
children. I saw children running and happy in the streets. They were playing and having
Hey,
fun.
ignorance is
And now
bliss, bro.
I don't have a job, Luffy.
Ignorance is
Like,
bliss.
what do you mean
He
give you all my cattle? Give you all my livestock?
he
I
didn't
have to
say that.
sell them
He
to make a
yeah,
payment.
you selling them for the party at a very reduced
No.
price.
Yeah,
at a
zero
at a
zero
very
dollars.
reduced
Yeah.
price. Now
Give me this or I'm gonna
Now he's
hit
doing
you.
all the negotiations too. Like, hey,
Yeah,
I
like I'm gonna
saved
hit
your
you with this
life.
cockfish hockey. Like I just been watching Whole Cake Island and just seeing Luffy eat people's houses and like fuck up their lives, and I'm just like, you're a bad
They had
guy.
to give parts of their soul though. Like that's like I understand like
Right.
they were good outside of the fact that they're
No,
giving part of their soul
one
up.
hundred, 100%. I already said like they're under warlords who have tortured them, who have probably killed them, who've taken their soul. But like when they arrive, there's a thriving economy. There's a whole thriving
Thriving is
economy.
strong. A surviving
No, it is not.
economy. It's surviving
The
off the
Whole Cake
backs
Island,
of the
Whole Cake Island
slavery
is
of the
thriving.
souls. Like they're enslaved. Their souls are enslaved to be
There's men and women in
flowers
the streets
and trees and
with
shit.
chocolate umbrellas, and they're just like,
But
yeah.
then they don't realize that their soul is out in the forest being a damn flower killing people. Like that's part
I
that's
didn't,
their
but they
soul
know.
out there
Them
doing that shit.
trees seem like they were happy to do the shit.
They didn't have
Burley
no
was
other
out there with them
choice.
things.
They had no
Burley was,
choice. And then go
yeah,
back
I got.
to what's it called? Go back to Dressrosa. They, he literally took people's families away and turned them to dolls and made them forget. And you're like, but they're happy though.
I
No,
mean, like they
they're
were
not.
happy though. Yeah, true, but like think of the percentage of people he took. There were people that were still living there
That's
and
true.
okay.
He maybe took care
You
of
know what
like
I'm saying?
5% of the population.
Like
True,
five
but can
percent.
you
Like
imagine
what's 5%?
your daughter one day she's there and one day she's gone, but you got this little toy doll that follows you around all goddamn day, and you don't even know why it follows you around all damn day.
What's another 17 more years? Can I please make another kid?
Yo, Luffy's out here saving souls. He's not there to make
No,
sure that you have a job the next day. He's gonna break everything in his
like
path, but you're going to be free, and that's what's
there's gonna
truly important at the end of the day.
Oda will never do this, but I need there to be a fan letter episode where it's like he saves the town but destroys it in the process. Everybody is
It's
jobless
every
and
arc.
homeless after the 10-day party, and then he leaves, and then it still stays on that island, and it goes through this like this is gonna sound really bad. This goes through this whole dad's like clinical depression of not being able to provide for his family, and then he like unalives himself at the end of it. And it's like, what did you save me for, Luffy? And then his kid grows up to want to take revenge on Luffy for destroying their island.
You know it is probably real too. There's definitely probably someone
Oh
out
yeah,
there who hates Luffy's guts because Luffy used his house to block an attack from one of his enemies. He's probably out there
yeah.
like, I hate this nigga. Like, but he liberated us. Fuck him. He destroyed my home.
What was it? You watched Supernatural where we watched the episode when I was at your house where Dean like kills the mom of the little boy, and the little boy's like, he's like, have you ever killed anybody? And the little boy's like, no,
Oh yeah, yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. And he's like, hey, look me up in a few years, buddy.
Hey, just pull my number. I got you. I run the ones with you anytime you want it. Yo, like,
Like, bro,
and Luffy gonna
because
run the ones too. Like, hey, you
like
mad
think
at
about
me?
it. Like Doflamingo or any of those other Yonkos that people got beef with, they were in Luffy spot one time. They did the same shit, and then now they try to go and fight Doflamingo or Big Mom, and they crush him obviously because they win. But like Luffy's making enemies everywhere he goes. I'm saving your life, and then they're like, no, you're not. And then he's a big Yonko, and then they come to fight him because they're like, you remember me? You remember you destroyed my family and my house? And he's like, no. Luffy's a villain.
Let me liberate you. Be still and
Luffy's
let
a
me
villain.
liberate you.
Yeah, yeah. You're a villain. Luffy's a villain.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna,
Hey, we can't.
like
We
he is
gotta
a
be the
pirate
bad
though.
guy in somebody's story. We can't always
He's a
be the
pirate.
good guy.
I mean, I'll give it to you. He's a pirate, 100%. He steals people's food, steals their livestock, and that's what pirates do. I get it, but like,
Factual.
he's not liberating
Like
anything. He's
when you get
liberating
to
people's bank
Wano,
account.
like you're going to see it. Like these niggas are starving, and then how did we somehow have a fucking grand party at the end of the day? Where did the food come from? Where did all this food? We've been had this since when? And we're
Yeah,
giving it to him. This and you ever see
imagine.
Luffy over there eat? Like that's like a year worth of food, Luffy. Like I don't care. I'm
I mean, when
hungry.
he was fighting General Cracker and he was eating all them damn gingerbread men, I was like,
And he
he
was still
said that
hungry.
I call this Gear 4 Tank Man. I said you got sausage lips. And you talking about some Gear 4
Yeah,
Tank Man.
get for a double chin, man. Yo.
Yeah, I had to get that off my chest because I've been watching Whole Cake and I'm just like Luffy went and like was like like through somebody's house and it like collapsed on itself. I was like, they had
It's
children in
it's
there
okay. It's
eating dinner.
funny. Wait, where's
They
my
had
son?
children. Yeah, what? Like,
Where's
I
my?
was like, he ate that. He ate Pudding's Cafe. Well, she deserved that shit, by the way. Anyways, but like, he ate Pudding's Cafe,
Mm-hmm.
and she's just like, oh, it's scheduled for demolition, and he's just like, oh, okay, understood. But like, there were still people inside. I'm like, can you wait for the people to get out?
Hey,
Like,
look
what? These
here.
are happy
There's
people.
collateral damage every day. I think when people die because of Big
Fodder.
Mom's hunger pains, like they just accept it. Like, hey, at least I'm still alive because Big Mom, she'll eat the whole house while
E-
you're in it. She'll eat the car while you're
economy.
in it.
Economy. They're thriving economically, and he's there to destroy it.
Hey, I feel
He's there
like
to destroy their economy.
one of her older children though can like take over for her. Like after she's gone, one of the older children, like Peril Sparrow, like I
Like
feel like
Smoothie
no, she gonna be doing the same
out here,
damn thing.
out here draining people. Yeah, she
Draining
out here
niggas
draining people.
dry. I'm keeping up Big Mom's business. No, but Peril Sparrow, he can make like the lollipop stuff. Like he can still create things with
Oh,
his
he's
lollipop
the fat
powers.
dude with the umbrella, right?
No, he's no the tall, skinny dude with the long liquor tongue.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
hell,
yeah,
like
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
you'll be good. You got Katakuri, like he has his mochi mochi power. Like
I haven't met Katakuri
they'll
yet.
be able to survive without. Oh, you're gonna love Katakuri.
Katakuri is one of Big
He's the
Mom's kids.
yeah, he's like the second eldest. Peril Sparrow's the oldest
Hmm.
son. Katakuri is the second eldest son, and he's like the prodigy.
Well, yeah, I've since I've known what One Piece is. There's always been Katakuri versus this
Oh
person.
yeah,
Katakuri does this. Katakuri does that. I just didn't know he was one of Big Mom's
you
kids.
definitely gonna love him.
So,
He's awesome, and he like think of him as like, and you see it in every anime where obviously they're an antagonist, but somehow they end up being a teacher while they're
mhm.
fighting the main character. They also
Oh,
teaching
kind of
the main
like
character as well.
Mihawk, like Mihawk with Zoro.
Now Mihawk embarrassed his ass. He pulled out a butter knife and said, "All right, let's do it."
I mean, yeah, I mean, fair, true though. Actually reminds me, it was hilarious when Nami mentions the Viva card to Big Mom, and she's like, "Yeah, she gave me this, and she said if I ever needed your help, like I could just show you the Viva card." And it was like super quiet on the snail phone, and she was just like, "She could die for all I care."
I don't give a fuck.
She, she was like, Lola could die. And she was like, excuse me? She was like, I
Oh,
would never help that motherfucker out. She could die.
yeah.
She screwed up everything for me. I'd have
She
been
don't
king
care
of the
about none of her
pirates by now.
kids. Yeah, because she was supposed
She
to
was,
marry the. Did they tell that story yet? No, I'm not trying to ruin everything for
I
you.
mean, kinda.
Yeah,
They kinda
she was
did.
supposed to marry the prince of Elbaf, but she's like, nah, I don't like that nigga. Just
The hippo, right? Wait, was the hippo, was that Lola?
yeah. So the hippo had Lola's shadow. So you remember the girl the tall head girl that was also there on the same island, Thriller Bark, and she was like leading the
Yeah.
other zombies, and she had lost her shadow. The hippo had her
Thriller Bark
shadow,
was a Thriller Bark was a blur to me because it was so
so
boring.
she was like big head, pink hair, and she was like all
Yeah,
she was.
that's Lola
Yeah, that's Lola.
with the missing tooth. Yeah,
The hippo had Lola's shadow.
had her shadow. What do you mean?
So remember,
Oh, because the whole shadow
yeah,
thing,
they were
like,
taking the shadows and putting it into the zombies. So the hippo had Lola. That's why she was. That's why she took care of Nambi. Because she made friends with her. Well, that's all. And then we end up finding out Lola is Big Mom's daughter. Like that's gonna come to a
yeah.
close later on in the arc as well. So, yeah, I know you still got some. You still got some time. You haven't even fully met Katakuri yet. We almost
I
there.
mean, yeah, Luffy's still in the book prison right now. He's about to rip his arms off. So yeah,
That shit was funny.
yeah, doing the twisty. Yeah, and it's like snapping and cracking. I'm even
Hey,
me watching it. I'm like, oh, like,
I mean,
ugh.
Zoro, well, in the manga, manga versus anime. In the anime, remember when him, Nami, and Vivi was stuck, as like the cake icing thing,
Yeah,
and he was like, "I'll cut my legs off." In the
yeah.
manga, he actually did start cutting his legs off. Like he had gotten halfway through cutting his leg off before they were finally saved, but they didn't show that in the anime.
Oh,
Like, hey, they serious. I'll cut my shit
that's.
off to get out of here. I'm not playing with y'all.
I mean, that's kind of how they do Naruto too. Like Naruto manga is a lot more brutal than the
Mm-hmm.
show was because like I forgot which one it was. The whole like
When he was fighting
the sand
Kabuto.
no to the sand prison that Gara used to do when he was a kid. the like sand prison, like the blood, the
Oh
amount of
yeah,
blood
in the
and
anime
it
they
would
just
be all
made it seem
over.
like he crushed them, but in the manga
Yeah,
they actually
it's
see
like
the blood and shit
splatters,
splattering everywhere now.
splattering everywhere.
Same thing
That's
when he
insane.
fought Kabuto, like they toned down the blood, like him punching him
Hmm.
in the forehead, him catching the
Yeah,
kunai with his hand. They tuned
yeah.
down a lot of the blood. So it makes sense. It makes sense. Like
I
kids are
mean, they
still
were
watching
making
them.
this for kids.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were making it for kids in the beginning. So I mean, it kind of they're like, what kid is gonna read this book for the next 30 years? But
but with
we know
the
who.
One Piece anime just recently came back again with the AK Part Two. They actually
Yeah.
changed the time block for what time it shows up instead of like
Yeah.
7 p.m. It's now coming out at like 9, 10 p.m. And because of that
Yeah.
small change, they can make it more explicit because it's now
Oh
not
yeah, of course.
as tailored at to
Because
smaller children.
Luffy fights Kaido in Wano, right?
Yeah.
The first time he fights him twice, right?
Hmm.
So first, both times in Wano or one time in
Both
Wano?
times on one of once it gets there, as soon as it gets there, it's on site, and then again to
Soon as he gets there.
soon as, no, absolutely, you're going to see it. Like soon as he sees him, like oh no, on site, we
So
fighting.
Kit and Luffy doesn't. Luffy never defeats Big Mom, right? It's what's his name?
I mean, if you want me to
Because you told
spoil
me
you,
this.
yeah,
You told me this before. You told
kid
me
in
this
law,
before. It's Kid. It's
kid
Kid
in
in Law
law,
that defeat
they tag team, not tag team, but double team fighter.
Big Mom. Yeah, because you. I mean, you told me this before. I'm just. Yeah, because that's how Kid becomes a Yonko, right?
That's how Kid and Law have the same bounty as Luffy, but only Luffy's a Yonko because he's the only one who defeated Kaido.
So, but if they defeated Big Mom, how come they're not Yonkos?
Because there could only be four Yonkos.
Oh, so they're
So
like, yeah, that shit don't
there
count.
was only one spot available. So you want to go with the guys who had the tag team to beat a Yonko, or the one who's
Or the
supposed to be
dude
one by
who one
himself?
v one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one who 1v1. They did that at the same time, I'm assuming?
It was happening at the same time, but Luffy's fight took a lot longer than Kid and Law's fight did.
I mean, yeah, that's what I was figuring. Because, like, if they defeated Big Mom first and then it took a while for Luffy to fight Kaido, like, they would have said one of them was the Yonko now instead of Luffy. But if it's happening at the same time, they're going to
Yes,
be like,
it's
oh,
all happening
probably.
at the same time at the same night. Next
Yeah,
day
because
is the end of the fight.
I know Eustace is with Big Mom. She has him imprisoned or trapped or whatever.
Yeah,
Somebody has.
she did have him in trap, but he got away. He actually ended up defeating one of his. Like we're gonna go down the whole line. He
Well,
actually
no,
ended
I
up
mean,
defeating one of her commanders to escape, and that's why that commander got fired in his position, and another commander got promoted because Kid defeated him and escaped from Big Mom.
oh, so what I saw was a flashback to when Kid
Yeah,
was imprisoned. Oh, okay. Because when I remember watching the episode, she like looked to her right, and he was like sitting there just like this,
yeah,
and
he's
I
not
was
there
like,
anyway. He got away.
he's not there right now. Okay. I mean, you again. I'm journey, not the destination.
Hey,
Because
he's
I
gonna show
knew
you.
I didn't remember if Luffy fought. I know Luffy fights her, but he doesn't win.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I don't think he ever. I don't think he ever like truly like pieces her up. Like he attacks her and they exchange, but there's never a okay. Let's me and you. Let's fight. Let's exchange
yeah.
blows. Never, nothing like
I
that.
mean, Brooks fighting Big Mom, or
Hey,
yeah, he's fighting Big Mom right
hey,
now.
Brooke, he deserves his accolades. Honestly, a lot of people don't give him the credit for being able to
Yeah,
go one to
he
one with
stood
Big
up.
Mom. He's not a Yonko. He's not Yonko caliber yet. He's still able to do what he
Yeah,
needs to do. So hey,
absolutely.
respect,
Yeah,
respect.
he's making it work. Um, I was like, I remember when he was standing there with all them people where all the poneglyphs were, and he like puts his sword away, and he's like, "Y'all seem to forgot what they call me on stage." And then they're like, "What?" And he's like,
Oh
"Yeah,"
yeah, you
and
saw
like
his other power.
soul comes, the soul comes up, and all the souls start disappearing from everything around it, and I'm
Hmm.
actually a thing when the Soul King, like that's
Yeah,
literally a
he
thing.
wasn't
Like
playing.
I didn't know that was an actual thing. Like I didn't know he could legit take souls. But then he tried it against Big Mom. She's like, "Stop! I got the actual soul for you need to quit." She said, "Stop it."
It's
I
like
mean, her little cloud and thunder and hat were kind of they were trembling.
mm-hmm.
They were trembling.
Didn't
Yeah.
he damaged one of them, the cloud, I believe, or maybe it
I
hasn't
haven't
happened yet.
seen that yet, but they when he was doing his thing, they were like like they were trying not. She was holding them in while they were almost like leaving,
Hmm.
but she was holding them inside because she's like the soul person.
Yeah, because he
So
can attack you at the soul level, so of course they would be
yeah,
afraid because they are just souls. So he can definitely
yeah.
damage them. So hey, give him his
You know how mad
accolades.
I would be to be on Big Mom's sweaty ass head. like all my life, because you know she's not letting him go. Because you know her hat's alive.
Hmm.
Like that's a soul from a villager, from somebody
No,
who
no.
just
So
isn't it.
her hat, the fire, and the clouds, all of those are
Yeah.
part of her own soul. Yeah, so she
Oh.
uses her own soul
So
for
why does she
those
tell her hat to shut up all the time? Like that's her.
because she just banters with her own pieces of her own
She
soul.
just she's just disrespectful to herself. Like he was talking, and she was like, "Why are you talking to me right now?"
I think they
Like
just have their own sentiments, sentience, and you're
sentience.
going to see it even after that they are even though they're part of her soul, they are separate. When she separated it, they became their own
Yeah.
entity. So it's
Oh.
gonna come to play
Because I was
again
about to
later.
say, like, how does she control weather? But she can put souls into literally anything.
Hmm.
So she
Exactly.
put a soul into like a fireball, into a cloud, into like, and that's how she can
Yeah,
control a
she
cloud.
grabbed the
Or
thundercloud and put her soul into it and made Zeus.
yeah, huh? Interesting.
Hey, Big Mom's actually
I thought
she's actually pretty fleshed out character when it comes to her
she's kind of
powers.
yeah, she's kind of broken to be
Hmm.
honest. Like, because I'm about to say, if I had to be a villager and they're all right, what's my post for the next 6 months? You gonna sit on Big Mom's head, and and then she likes me up there in that position. She not letting.
Hey, it depends what year. What year are we talking? We talk about Big Mom now. We talking about Big Mom about 20 years ago because I'll sit up there where you need me to sit on. I'm on it. Pause. But no, I'm on it because Big Mom back then I'll chill with her all goddamn day. But Big Mom today she out here getting angry because she hungry, taking the bite out of people's houses.
She's not gonna destroy her own hat though, so I'll be all right.
You just got them talking about how she talking to him
I
disrespectfully.
mean, she talks to him disrespectfully, but like that's her hat. Like I know she ain't gonna like destroy it.
Stand by.
That's her own.
I'll just say that. Stand by.
Okay, hey,
She ain't
whatever,
playing.
whatever.
But no,
That's
I actually got one for you too. I've
mm-hmm.
also been watching something.
Mm.
It actually came out a few seasons ago. It's called Summertime Rendering.
Thought you were gonna say K-pop Demon Hunter. I was about to be like, same.
Not yet, not yet. I still plan on watching that one. But it's called Summertime Rendering.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, like it recently came out, and I remember
Hmm.
looking at it, and was like, do I really want to watch it? It didn't like the the art didn't make like really
Hmm.
entice me to want to watch it, but I end up
Yeah,
seeing it on those I send them to you all the time, like those anime
yeah, yeah.
recommendations, and I was like, okay, so it's like a horror thriller, like a psychological thriller anime, and
Really?
those are always up my alley. And with the one that came out this season, I haven't started this yet, but I'm looking forward to that. So I was like, hey, let me check this one out first, kind of get into the mood of that psychological thrillers, and then see how that goes. So I finished it. 25 episodes, 1 through 25. I finished it in like a week. This show is actually pretty good. Now, it may not be up your alley because I know you're not really into like the mystery crime animes. Like, it's not a crime mystery anime, but it does have the mystery aspects, the investigation, kind of figuring out what's going on,
Yeah.
and that can throw you off. Like, not every episode is going to be super exciting. A lot of episodes is just going to be conversation. But what gets me about this one is the ReZero aspect of it. So
Hmm.
take a step back. Quick synopsis of the show. So the main character, I don't remember these people's names. I'm not even gonna act like I remember their names. He's returning to an island. So the anime starts off. He's returning to an island. He wakes up like I guess he fell asleep on like the boat because the island's where he came from. So he woke up on the boat ride and face plants into this girl's chest that's like sitting right across from him. That's how it starts. So I'm like, okay, obviously we're starting off on a good leg. She smacks the shit out of him, and then he's like, oh well, I had a weird dream, but whatever. He gets to the island, and then he ends up meeting a childhood friend of his who actually her bike, the tires are or the brakes on her bike have been cut. So she ends up like falling into the water. So he's like, okay, what the hell's going on? She can swim, so she saves herself. So we end up finding out why he came to the island. So the whole reason he came to the island is because another childhood friend of his, actually died recently. She
Hmm.
drowned in the water. Apparently, something happened where she went to go save another little girl, and she ended up dying in the process. The other little girl, she lived, but she's gone. So he's there to
Yeah.
attend her funeral, and apparently, we start to find out more and more. Like, this is a girl that he had like, romantic interest in. Like 16 years old, like he was actually in love with. This is like 2 years later. before he left the island. So we go to the funeral and everything's all beautiful. We see the little girl that she apparently saved. She's like being really awkward, like just staring at people. It's like kind of weird, but whatever. It is what it is. Well, we as like I'm not going to explain every single episode. We start to find out that there is a like a folklore story on this island. Apparently, there's something called shadows, and what these shadows do is whenever you see your shadow, or you see like a maybe like a picture being taken, like a flash, and then you see your shadow, that means you're going to die. No more information pass. If you see your shadow, you're going to die. Well,
Okay.
he starts to find out, get more information from like just people's testimony, and then one of his best friend actually told him that, hey, the girl who died, she has like strangle marks, like somebody strangled her to death, but she drowned in the water. So what's going on with that? Fast forward, we find out that the shadows are actually real. There's a big conspiracy, but shadows are real on the island, and they are copying people and killing them and getting rid of them. And we find out that he's very much like our boy Subaru from ReZero. When he dies, he actually reincarnates. He comes right back. So he has reincarnation by death. So every time he dies, he comes back. But unlike Subaru, when he dies, imagine it like you have a 10-hour reincarnation window. So the longer you last, the more that window is going to continue to move forward. And if you die too quickly, then your window actually decreases. So as the episodes are going on, he's trying to figure out, hey, who are the shadows? How do we defeat the shadows? To figure out how to defeat the shadows. Okay, now using the information that I know, trying to get the right sequence of events to happen so we can eventually defeat the main shadow that's kidnapping people and killing everyone. The only problem is he remembers every time he reincarnates. Everyone else doesn't remember every time they incarnate. And then we end up finding out as the episodes go on that the main shadow is actually a god, well, not necessarily a god of the island, but it's like a god, like a demon, some creature that came from outer space that clones people, kills them, and needs to eventually eats them to sustain their own life. So we find out that that god now has her eyes on him. And now that she can see what he's doing, she can actually follow him whenever he does these time skips. So it's a big mystery thriller about the fact that people are dying left and right. He's died multiple times. He's had to kill himself multiple times to reset the timeline over and over again, all to getting to the point of being able to eventually kill the main god. But a wrinkle in the plan finally happens about halfway through. The girl who was strangled, who drowned, was supposedly drowned, she was cloned, and her shadow, her clone, is good. Now we have a good shadow, and we have all the bad shadows, and eventually we want to kill the mother of them all. But by killing the mother of them all, we're going to kill the good shadow. So
Mm,
how do we
yeah.
maneuver through this while battling with the fact that I'm still in love with this girl. I wanted to be with this girl forever. I had to
Yeah.
leave this island for situations, but I'm back now for her funeral. She's alive again. What does being alive mean? Just because she was copied over, does that mean she's a fake? She's not really that person, but she has all her memories. She has her feelings. How she looks exactly
Yeah.
like her. She grows old because we end up
Yeah.
finding out that someone else has been a shadow for decades. So they grow old. They have the memories. They don't even know that they're a shadow. So the whole point of the story is, how do we deal with this problem without losing the ones that we love? That's it. Just all comes into the full psychological premises of it all. How the people are dying, the sacrifices that they're going to have to make to eventually get to the end that's going to be satisfactory to everyone. This show was actually pretty good. If I was rating it a quick rate, I would probably say it's about a 7 out of 10 when it comes to psychological. Only reason I would give it a 7 instead of like an 8 or 9 is because eventually it gets to a point where it's no longer psychological. It's just cat and mouse game, trying to outthink the enemy, or the enemy trying to outthink our main character to so they get to the ending that they want, because it's 3 day window. So the start of the show, we start on day one, and then by like episode 3 or 4, we see what day three looks like. The god eventually gets her way, and everybody is killed. And then he had to kill himself, obviously, to start the timeline over. So we only have 3 days, and we have a god battling our main character, who's just a human, to eventually get to the point where is everyone going to die, or are we going to be able to defeat the god, thus also losing the ones that we do care about, the good shadows, because obviously more good shadows are going to pop up along the way. Not necessarily something I know that you're going to be looking out for, but if you are into psychological horror anime, this is definitely a good title. Um, like I said, it's only 25 episodes. From episode to episode 25, it's a full story. There's no season 2 coming, no season 3 coming, no more information that you need. If you want just one story, one shot and out, this is definitely the one for you.
Actually sounds pretty interesting. Like if I ever have a sick day, I'll probably throw it on in bed or something. Like it does
Definitely.
sound actually kind of interesting. I might definitely check that one out. Yeah, the whole ReZero vibe. I still need to finish ReZero. I've started that and I watched a good bit of it, but I haven't. I'm not caught up with ReZero. I'm now back on my One Piece binge and I need to stay there. If I deviate besides our season that we have to watch, I'm cooked. Like
Finish off
I'm
Kick Island
absolutely.
first before you start looking at anything else.
Yeah, so the 100%. But we appreciate it, guys. We appreciate sticking around. We appreciate you being here with us. We should be doing our mid-season review coming up next week ish.
Ish.
Um, yeah, ish for the next mid-season review. So be sure to check that one out. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. We love you. We thank you. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.